Hey family, welcome back to my channel. Let's do this. So this evening dinner was couscous, mixed vegetables, a honey buttered cornbread, spicy brown sugar, and honey glazed chicken. Let's get into the recipe. So we started off with boneless, skinless chicken thighs, light brown sugar, paprika, cayenne pepper, ground black pepper, butter, salted or unsalted, pink Himalayan sea salt. Then I added in a liquid smoke for barbecue flavor, extra virgin olive oil, and some honey. Then to really kick up the flavor a little bit, I added in that Grill Mates Slow and Low Memphis Pit barbecue rub. Oh my God, this stuff here, it really brings out the flavor in whatever dish it is that you're cooking. So here I'm just creating my little flavor dish, get my little flavors and my seasonings going up in there. So right now I'm starting off with the brown sugar, get that little sweetness up in there, okay? And I'm gonna add in that cayenne pepper. Then I'm gonna go in next with that paprika. And make sure y'all can see it good. Okay. All right, I think that's good. Then this is the part, honey. Okay, don't forget this step. You add in that barbecue rub. Good, baby. A little salt, okay. A little salt ain't never hurt nobody. Oh, nothing but thickness back there, okay? You see that? Yeah. Thicky, thick. Oh. Then give it a little mixing. I had to pull out that little plastic knife or whatever. Break down them little chunks of brown sugar. Get it all mixed up and combined. You know how we do. Here come my son, bending corners. Just doing his laps around the kitchen and the living room and the dining room. Back there having him a good old time, but we ain't gonna bother him. He ain't bothering us, so we good. So yeah. Make sure that's all mixed up. I think he dancing or something. Go on, get it, baby. So now we're gonna tend to these chicken thighs. Ooh, Lord, honey, I hate this raw chicken. I hate touching raw chicken, period. But this chicken, let's get into it, okay? So I gotta get my gloves, put my little gloves on, so I don't have to keep touching the chicken. Then I touch the faucet, dealing with that. So give me a minute. Okay, let's go. So let's go and get this little plastic off of here. One little piece I didn't want to come off. Okay. So yeah, get that open. Take these pieces out. Lay them flat in the sink so we can get them all cleaned up and washed up. So this pack actually came with 6 pieces. Okay, let's get them rubbed down with water, of course. Ew, that's a nasty piece. Okay, let me grab my little kitchen shears. Chop these bad babies up. Remove all this excess fat. It's up to you as to how much fat you want to remove. Honestly, I don't want any fat on my chicken. That's just me. So I gotta get rid of all that. Yeah, all that there. So yeah, when you flip it over, it's just more and more fat. I kind of feel like I'm trimming off a little more meat than I am fat, but as long as I get that fat off, whatever. All right, I'm gonna get to this. We'll be back. So now that I got all my chicken washed and trimmed, sorry about my son back there. He's flipping out as usual when I'm trying to record. But anyways, yeah, go ahead and cover all of your chicken pieces with that liquid smoke. Like I said, that's to give it a really good barbecue flavor. So once you make sure that all the pieces are covered, you flip the pieces over, and then you're gonna do the same thing to the back pieces. Once we get the pieces all flipped over, we're gonna then coat the back of them with the liquid smoke. Just make sure they're nice and lathered. Then we're gonna go in with that extra virgin olive oil. Excuse me. We're just gonna make sure that every piece has olive oil poured on it. Then we're gonna give that a good rub front and back. And we're not gonna flip the pieces over to pour olive oil in the back. That's just too much oil. So we're just gonna pour a little bit on the top. Then we're gonna rub all over the entire piece of chicken just to make sure that the entire thing is coated with the olive oil and the liquid smoke. Okay, so gotta get some of that oil off my hands so I can go on to the next step. So now we're gonna take that seasoning mixture that we made earlier, and we're gonna cover each piece of chicken with the seasoning. Try to use a generous amount. We kind of want the flavoring to be across the entire piece of chicken. So you want to make sure that you have seasoning everywhere, so hit all the edges. Then I did like a little small round, like a double round, to add more seasonings to the entire piece of chicken. So then I take all of the pieces and I kind of like pick them up and kind of like fold them. How do you want to say, like fold them in, kind of making like a M shape almost with each piece of chicken, and I sit it on top of the cutting board because I want them to kind of stand up a little bit. Then don't forget all your little tiny pieces that's down there. We're not leaving no pieces behind. No pieces left behind. No chicken left behind, okay? I'm telling y'all, we ain't got nothing but thighs on this clip, okay? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna take the rest of the seasoning, add a little more to the tops, give it a little pat, you know, make sure it ain't going nowhere, okay? Like I said, generous pieces, so generous amounts of seasoning on each piece, so you can really get that flavor in there. And don't forget, no chicken left behind, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget them little tiny baby pieces. More than likely, those little tiny pieces are going to my son, so I probably shouldn't have put that much seasoning on those pieces. but whatever. Then I'm going to drizzle a little bit of honey over each piece to basically hold my seasoning in place and, you know, to kick up the flavor a little bit. So we're going to convert all of these pieces of chicken into our electric skillet. My plan was to actually put the chicken into my cast iron skillet and put it in the oven. But last time I used my cast iron skillet, I made some baked beans. And I put them in the oven and totally forgot that they were in there. And I'm telling you, like, they burnt up. And it really ruined my pan. And I can't figure out how to get it back to normal. So, yeah, that's neither here or there. Let's move on to this couscous. So, I put my butter in the pot with some hot water. Some boiling hot water, and of course I pour in the seasoning packet from the box, and then from there you're going to stir in the actual couscous, and then you're going to cover it and remove it from the heat as instructed on the box. And then after 5 minutes it would have, I guess you can consider it plumped up or whatever, taken its form. So I usually just add butter to it, garlic powder, and sea salt. So yeah, Jiffy cornbread is just that. Just follow the instructions on the box. I did add extra honey to my recipe, so you'll see that in a minute. But I was going to do broccoli florets, but I decided to change my mind and do mixed vegetables instead. The mixed vegetables are actually just steamables, but I actually put them in a pot with some butter and salt. So this is how my chicken is turning out. It's turning out really good. It's actually, at first it wasn't looking that good because it was still kind of light. But the longer I let it brown in this glaze, the darker it gets. So yeah, we're just going to let that go a little longer. But so far, so good. So you just keep flipping it just to make sure that it gets dark on both sides. So this is the end result of how the chicken is looking. So good. So as I stated before, that I added extra honey to the recipe. So once the cornbread comes out of the oven, I take butter and just let it melt on top. And then I drizzle honey across the entire dish of cornbread. It makes it so much better, I'm telling y'all. So with the remaining seasonings that I had in that black dish, I added melted butter to it and created like an additional glaze just to pour on mine because I knew it was extra spicy. But oh, this looks so good. That's my plate and that is Daddy's plate. So yeah. Of course, my meal had to come with my special pregnancy mommy drink, okay? No, for real, it's just cranberry juice with ice and a champagne glass. You know, to feel like I got my wine with my dinner. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until tomorrow night, you guys take care.